Let's bring in our panel now. Former Clinton pollster and advisor Mark Penn joining us, and Jessica Anderson, Sentinel Action Fund president. Good to have both of you here. Mark, I'll get to you first on that joke.
Well, when you can make fun of that, I think that shows more self-confidence that, after all, you're running for president. You're the Democratic president. You got it wrapped up. You've got 62%. And you've got Governor Newsom out there kind of running a shadow campaign, doing some interviews, getting himself better known, just in case. And so I thought it was a pretty good quip.
Interesting. Perhaps less of a joke, becoming more of a reality with sinking poll numbers? Jessica?
Maybe so.
Yeah, I think, Mark, I think that's giving a lot of credit to the president. He's finally realized what we all know, which is that his days are numbered. You have a crisis at the border that is of his making, and it's a humanitarian issue. It's one of national security. We have crime in our cities. We have a war breaking out in the Middle East. And we have just this week kids coming out of our schools basically praising Osama bin Laden. And so I think actually President Biden realizes what we all do, that his days are numbered, and he's starting to pass the baton to someone. And unfortunately, Governor Newsom isn't much better, even though he hails from, the state of California.
Well, the polling numbers I just mentioned on his approval rating underwater on key issues, the president, those that disapprove of his handling of national security, 57% that number is at now. On the Israel-Hamas war, to your point, 55%, guns, 59%, immigration, 64%. Those numbers get even higher for the economy and inflation. Mark, this is John Fetterman on the point of Gavin Newsom and the possibility of others in the race. He suggests that Newsom doesn't have the guts to announce he's running for president. Listen.
Let me say something that might be uncomfortable. That right now there are two additional Democrats running for president right now. One is a congressman from Minnesota. The other one is the governor of California. They're both running for president, but only one had the guts to announce it.
Any of them, Mark, beat Donald Trump. This is the latest Fox News polling on other Democrats. They are also losing to Trump in a head-to-head matchup.
Yeah, well, right now, Trump is polling a lot stronger than he has in the past. Biden, weaker. Look, if the election were held today, according to the polls, Donald Trump would win, even though we had some elections just recently where Democrats did better than expected. There's a year to go here. The president has to fix the economy, do something about immigration, do something about crime, and show that he can have the international leadership to move to something in Ukraine and Israel. He has a huge job. Now, I've been with presidents that were back like this. President Clinton was back like this, not as late as this. They can turn around. It's a lot of work. And you know what? If he doesn't, he's going to be in the same position. He's got to move the numbers. He's got to get moving on some of these issues.
Jessica, I want to finally focus on some of the GOP contenders still in the primary, including Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. The latest Fox News polling showing the matchup between Biden and those GOP contenders. And you see the number goes up when it's Nikki Haley, 52% for the Republican candidate. If they had to make their choice for president, if voting right now, that shrinks Joe Biden's number to 41%. Final thought.
Yes, the electability of the candidates on the right is driving the news today. I think we're going to see three of them in Iowa tonight with the family leader making their pitch. President Trump will be in Iowa tomorrow. And so I think what actually you're going to see is them starting to go after each other a little bit more and then trying to show that they are the alternative to the former president. They can provide peace at the border, peace around the globe, and stability here in the United States. So I think Mark's right. It's still a year to go. For Biden, it's a little bit too late. Americans aren't going to forget the suffering that we're feeling right now today, but there's still a lot of movement on the chessboard before next November.
We will end on that note of agreement between the two of you. Thank you so much, Jessica. Mark, thank you.